Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to the stream and welcome to Train Sim World 2. First time I think, right? We've had some Train Sim streams before, but not Train Sim World 2. And we have something special today, so thanks for making it to this special stream. It's so special I don't even have a specific intro for it. Because I only have an intro for Flight Sim, for Truck Sim. Nothing for Train Sim. Yet. We will see. Ah, there we go. The hammer being used immediately. Alex right on the job. How are you, Alex? What this? Indeed. And yes, that's why Scotsman is actually first on the list and asked for a giveaway right away. Ban that guy too. Just kidding. Hey Ark and Hades, glad you guys made it super early. I'm struggling a bit, guys, because I ran out of coffee and the delivery messed up a bit, so it should have been right on time, but it isn't. So I have no coffee, so I have my levels a bit low. I have to amp it up on my own. I tried making some tea. It kind of relaxed me instead of hyping me up. So we will see. We will see how it works. Thank you for joining. A Patrick bonus stream indeed. Thanks to Train Sim World. Yeah, Jack. Yes, finally. Thanks to the manuals, by the way. Jack linked a ton of manuals for the different routes and trains in Train Sim World. I think 1 and 2. And Scotsman linked me something as well, which is going to be very apt for this stream, because we are focusing today on the upcoming Rush Hour Boston Sprinter DLC. The model changed a bit. So we're featuring this like 1 day in advance. I think it should be releasing today, if I remember correctly. So stay tuned for that, and you can use the command !rush, I think it is, to get a link to the Steam link for this. Because it's going to be a different model. It's a Rush Hour like season ticket. So you buy that, and I think there will be 3 DLCs included in that ticket. So it's like a season pass. So the content that comes out, you will have it. So it's not a per DLC kind of model anymore. Although I think they will have that option as well for those who are not into the season pass kind of thing. But first and foremost, huge thanks to Dovetail Games for giving me a copy of this one and allowing me to stream it ahead of time. So we will see how it works. Let me see. Let me catch up with the people. You've been to Boston in real life. Oh, that's great, Tom. You might recognize some places. You'll be our tour guide. Glad you made it. Geek Squad, thanks for joining. Welcome back. Hope I didn't miss anybody. We have the bot there. We don't think we want to meet we want to greet that bot. Alright, I think we are good. Thank you for not banning me by mistake. Hey Hasib, belated happy birthday, man. How was your birthday? Did you get any gift for yourself? More Train Sim World streams in the future, please, or YouTube vids. I hope so. I hope so, Scotsman. We'll see how it works, but I do want to learn more on it. There we go, Jack. Right on the money. Yeah, that link, that season ticket link. Is the Sprinter the Boston CT line? We will see. Slow wins. We will see it. Now, granted, as you guys might know, I'm not very much familiar with trains. Not familiar with routes, not familiar with the places. We don't have many trains here where I live. We have like an MRT, but nothing like the extensive train networks we have in the US and in Europe mainly. Or even in other parts of Asia. In Southeast Asia, trains not a very common thing. So I'm not very familiar with them, but I do love them. When I went where was it? To Europe a couple of years back. It was one of the highlights. Going on the different trains, exploring the different routes. So we will see. Hey Slider. Hey, thanks for joining. Welcome back. Yes, indeed. Train Sim World 2 today. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and start it up. Let's see, hopefully it works. It was working a while ago. And yes, the reason I'm wearing a cap right now, this is just not for show. This build that I'm featuring is also including the summer update, I believe they call it. And one of those additions in that update is Track IR. So I think they're planning on releasing it at the same time, in PC at least, on Steam. So the Track IR and the other summer updates and the Rush Hour Boston Sprinter route. So let's see how it goes. Track IR, like that. That should work. Whew, it's a bit loud, my bad. We'll adjust the volume in a bit. Birthday went very well. Not able to get any gift for you. That's okay, it's never too late. There's the intro. Let's let that settle in for a bit while I'm reading through chat. When you went to Boston, it was during a blizzard. Ooh. Took the car out and broke down. Yikes. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. We'll see. Yeah, the new core update is included here. And I tried Track IR for a bit, because I've had this for a couple of days. And it seemed good. It seemed really good. It's a bit patchy in some senses. I'll share more on that. But in general, it works really well. So there it is, the Boston Sprinter. And I've had a couple of tries at it. I think this might load the save game. No, actually, maybe let's start from here. Let's see. What we can do is we can go back to the main menu so we can pick what we want to do. Yes, this is a preview build. Thanks to Dovetail Games for giving me a copy of it so I can check it out in advance and share it with you guys. Yeah, Track IR added at last. It's nice. There's just a hiccup, but mostly it works. I'll share more as we get on it. So, wait, did I choose the right one? Yes, I did. So we have training. This might be useful, right? So maybe let's do that. Let's do the Boston Province route intro, and then let's go through them one by one. That might make a lot of sense. Staying right across the bay. Ah, I see. Hey Frank, thank you for following, appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. It's a bit loud, isn't it?
Welcome to Train Sim World 2, an immersive and highly detailed rail simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world.
You found it from YouTube, nice. It's great to hear. Thank you, glad you found me on Twitch
You've
too.
Just been awarded some action points. These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience.
And yes, you can see Track IR is working.
It is necessary to be fully observant of the surrounding world. Practice by looking up, down, left, and right.
And look, this one works. Instead of using your controller, you can actually use Track IR. And this will trigger the tutorial as well. Would you like to invert? No, thank you.
Besides operating trains, there are lots of requirements to navigate on foot. Try moving around now.
The new UI. Oh right, that's a good point. Because I haven't really been familiar with the old UI, so I'm not familiar that there's a new one, that this is a new one. I like it. You could see the planes land and take off from your house, from her house. That's great, Tom. Plane spotting. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Let's adjust the sounds a bit. Hold left bumper to adjust the audio, and yes, I'm using a controller. Master volume, maybe let's lower that down to around 80%. That should be a good compromise for now. Still loud. Okay, anyway, as we get inside, maybe it will help. So this is what I like with Track IR. if you have track IR, so if you don't have track IR, then you use the controller to look around, right? Which is fine. So we're facing this way. We're parallel on the route, right? On the walkway. And if I press forward, then we move forward. Then that makes sense. But in addition, because we have track IR, we can actually look to the right while still moving that same direction. So it's really simulating that your head is turning, but your body is still moving the same way. Which is very nice for exploring. I like the way they implemented this. The first time I tried it out, I was like, yes, this is the correct way of implementing. Yeah, so I have an idea of that real head movement behavior. It does still take some getting used to, but it's very nice overall. One sec, guys. Let's turn off that preview, make things smoother. Right. Track IR when yours updates tomorrow. Yes, highly recommend it. If you have track IR, go for it. Now the only hiccup, and I can't show you here, but I noticed it might be a bug that can be fixed. I noticed that the track IR detection kind of flickers on and off sometimes. So for example, right now I have track IR, right? And then in track IR you can actually set a profile. You can set a profile, so you can adjust the curves, change the hotkeys and whatnot, so you assign that. But after a few seconds, it resets to the default. Because number one, the title is not yet recognized, so it says in track IR, it says Train Sim World, but there's no specific title for track IR yet. So they have to add compatibility for it. And number two, the track IR detection, that light on the right side of the model, if you guys have track IR, it flickers in and out at certain points, which is a bit weird. And as a result, you're getting reset to the default profile every time. So it's not yet perfect, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Hopefully they can polish that. Alright, let me catch up with chat as we're walking here. When you're not driving the train.
This is one of the many interactives to be discovered. But not
you can
all
always
of them
keep it
will be
off.
as easy to find as this one.
Yeah, you can always pause it. That's the beauty about track IR. There's always a way to pause it if you don't like. And as you get familiar with it, you'll get more accustomed to turning it on and off when it's appropriate. But I'm actually happy that there is a choice that you can use it while walking. It is an Xbox controller, yes. Unfortunately, there is still no support for the generic USB controller. I think they only support Xbox controller or the rail driver and nothing else yet. No other stuff yet. Daily commute to work train. Purple MBTA one. Oh, the one in front. Oh, nice. Hey, URL. Thanks for joining, by the way. Glad to have you here. Boston Railroad. Trains better have a good horn. As long as it's not a Mexican horn, we're good. There we go. So this is, I think, the first one that we're driving. This is the, ACS 64? Did I get it right? I'm not very familiar with the models, guys. There we go. Let's get in. Can I just step in? Yes, we can. Nice. Let's close the door. Sit in engineer's seat. Okay, let's follow that. And this is where track IR really shines.
You can pause the experience at any point and review previous and current objectives.
Beautiful.
Check it out now, then return to the game when ready.
Pause menu, and then we go to the schedule. The schedule. That's the list of tasks we have to do. And we go back. It's just a bit of
a heads-up display has appeared on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a guide to what the train is doing. This is the speed display. The white needle shows current speed. The red marker indicates the maximum permitted speed.
Yeah, Calvin. Ooh. ACS 64, I got it. Oh, nice. That's the manual you gave me as well, right? Very useful stuff. We'll be using it in a while. So there are a couple of concepts that I want to get familiar with.
This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral directions.
Single level coaches are used mainly on weekends. Bi-level cars? You mean like 2 floors? Is that what it means? Like a double decker? Is that the official term for it? Okay. Do I need to change something? I was not listening to the lady. What should we be doing? One second. Should we start moving already? Oh, okay. Let's adjust that here. So you can look at things and interact with them. Or you can also actually use the gamepad as well still. It's still a bit confusing. So sometimes...
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power control is in.
Press A, thank you. Oh, so
these
it just...
are brake indicators.
Okay.
They show the state of the various brake systems, allowing independent management of them.
So it just
in the
shows
top
you
right
each one.
Are the signal and speed limit displays.
And then you have to press A
These
to
feature an
acknowledge.
indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they will come into effect. Some of these displays can be hidden via the settings menu for a more challenging experience.
Thank you. Okay, that's the one. So this one is the combined power handle. I should be able to use my throttle for this, right? There you go. So I can just use my controller right trigger for it. And we'll see that actually getting up there in the, what do you call it? The PFD. The PTD, primary train display. Yes, I'm naming this. Oh, interesting sound. Just cruise along here because the speed limit looks very low. What is that? 7 miles or something? So shunt it over. Got any DLCs yet? This one is a DLC. Yes. How are you, Cellabones? Moon Day. Is this looking familiar yet? Can we go out of the view or we restrict approach? What is that for? Cab signal aspect. Interesting. So does it detect what the next one is or does it detect what we passed through? The signal that we passed through. This train is very slow until past Back Bay. Ah. Let's see if we can go outside. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Nice. So you can at least have a look. Do some sightseeing. Does that look like Boston to you guys? Maybe let's get some power in. How do you take that nice screenshot again? Was it Control F11, Control F12 or something? It's very nice. Control F12, thank you. Listen for the next instruction, yes. There we go. Did the game just disappear? Okay, it's back, wow. Okay, when you take a screenshot, the screen kind of disappears for a bit. That's going to be very tricky. Now, what is the instruction? That's a good point, Slider, because we're still in the tutorial. I think we just have to get there. Now, you saw that flickering thing. I think it's a common... it's how the design was built. When you go to external view, and you go back to internal view. So external view, unfortunately, no track IR. I found in Flight Sim, actually, track IR in external view is very nice because it makes it very easy to adjust the camera for nice photos. For cinematic shots, even tilting your head, but they didn't implement that here. That's okay, not a big deal. But yes, when you go to internal view, I think this is common with other DLCs as well. Yeah, you see the displays are off and then they flicker on. It's like they get de-rendered and re-rendered. I think this can go up to 125 miles per hour.
Just over 50 miles and connects the state capitals of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. This locomotive is an ACS 64 designed by Siemens Mobility. Also known as the Amtrak City Sprinter, it is capable of a top speed of 125 miles
there we
per
go.
hour.
There's your answer. ACS stands for Amtrak
Train
City
Sim World
Sprinter.
2 allows you to ride and drive from a selection of camera views. Let's take a look now while exploring this train.
Controls. Alt F4. Right stick to access exterior view. Yeah, I did that already. Can move it like so. I don't think there is like an up or down, right? Like change elevation. You have to use the camera for it. You have to just go up, forward and back to adjust the level. Right stick.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
Indeed.
Welcome
there
to
we go.
Boston, Massachusetts.
There we go. There's the intro.
A historic city located in the heart of New England, famous for its sports teams, art, universities, and colleges. Here you can experience the fastest rail line in America, from modern suburbia to sprawling countryside, linking the state capitals of Massachusetts and Rhode Island, in command of both Amtrak regional and MBTA commuter operations.
You need to do 10
Along
miles.
The way,
oh, so that's why it wasn't
place
triggering?
route maps, restock fire extinguishers, put up advertisements, and prop up snow shovels.
In here, I was trying to follow
Amtrak
the
Express
instructions.
services or MBTA regional commuter services through the New England suburbs.
Trying to stay below the speed
This is
limit.
the Northeast Corridor, Boston to Providence.
Are we done? Oh, yes, we're done. See? I was following the speed limit mostly. I can take that. Good. Alright. Let's move on. What's the next one? Should we try like one train each? Is this the next one? I guess this is the next train. So that we have a view of what the different trains are available.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be taken through the operation of a CTC-3 cab car in MBTA livery.
MBTA, this is the one that's
During this
for
brief
commute
introduction,
from URL.
we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started. Take a seat
That's
in the
intense
engineer's
stuttering
position.
right there.
This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Okay, maybe let's close the door. There's the door, very tricky. Alright.
The cab car is powered by the F40PH-3C, and we will need to set it to be the active driving end.
Generator field. What is the generator field for, guys? What does it do? Set the engine run to on as well. And the EP brake control. Oh, lots of new concepts for me. Interesting. Let's also close that. And this guy, set it to neutral. There it is.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
The lights on. Sorry guys, I know this is very basic for many of you, but bear with me here. Just getting the hang of things. Put it to bright. Should be this one. Okay. Cut the valve to passenger.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
That's something I like, that there is the direction. They give you directions on what to do, but I wish they added some context as well. To let you know why you're doing it, what it's for, even in a very basic sense. Why is it so noisy? Let's open the doors on the left. You can see the people as well. I think this is one of the updates. I saw a blog post about this. They improved how the people look and how they move. You can see the clothing, the faces. They look very different from each other. Like no identical twins. I think they put a lot of time in improving these passengers and how they move so that they're more natural. They're still not perfect, but I think they're improved. So I think they kind of teleport when they walk inside. What is that? Is that normal, guys? So when they walk inside, they kind of teleport to their seats, but at least they walk until they get inside this platform. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks. Yeah, the controller should be fine. I just use the left or right on the D-pad to open or close them. That's the dangly bit, exactly. Animated rubber. Is that accurate? Is it how it should be? Why is this train so noisy? It's like I left something wrong.
This cab features an in-cab signaling system. Upcoming speed limits will be displayed on the ATC panel.
Oh, I like that.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
That kind of context is what I want. You know, very basic things that is useful for a beginner like me. Woo. So let's see. This guy, want to put that to forward. Forward is there. Ah, because the brakes are applied. I see. That's why it was noisy.
To apply power and get moving.
The throttle looks very different, doesn't it? Okay, so it has a separate throttle and brakes. Okay. I think we can open the windows as well if we want to hear it more. Oh no, it's already open. Okay. Here we go. Have you guys driven this train before? Is this train available in other routes? This track IR is going to be perfect when you're on the tracks like this now and get to moving. Also, there is something, I'm not sure if this is new, probably not, but if I press and hold the start key, I can actually get rid of all the HUD for that perfect sightseeing experience. Then I can just bring it back. It's very useful. Because the overlays can get a bit in the way sometimes for immersion. They're very useful, but they're not very scenic. So kind of having an easy way to turn that on and off easily is perfect. It's a very quiet train, isn't it? I can almost hear nothing. Something chimed in. Oh, there's a train. Very cool. That's what we're here for, right? Granted, we're still traveling very slow, but now we can speed up. Very quiet still. Even in higher throttles. What's the highest we can go? 8. Okay. How do you call it? Is this like a level 8 or just an 8? How do you call like the level of throttle you're at? What's the terminology like? The cab car is new. Oh, nice. Great. IRL, it's 79 miles per hour. Thank you for the info. Cabin starting to shake. Notch. Notch 8. Is that how it looks? Notch 5. 1 to 8 are notches, thank you. Or is it 8th notch? First notch. Woo, beautiful. I love the sounds. And what is that sound that kind of like it's like a little horn? Alright, speed limit is changing. I have no idea how the speed limit changes. I guess we were passing through some signs and I just can't recognize them yet. That's something I'll have to learn, but for now we will have to rely on the overlay. Cab signaling. Jackscraft Echo. Let's have a look outside for a bit. 1 second. It does sound a bit better this way. 60 miles per hour. You guys don't see it, but there's going to be a speed limit change soon. In 1.5 miles. So we'll probably have to start slowing down then. Maybe let's start slowing down now to be on the safe side. Let's go to idle. And we have a bit of slope here going up. 0.4% grade. Should just be enough to slow us down to 60. We have a 60 mile per hour limit coming in 1 mile. I should be right in that range. Okay, those signs probably are telling a lot, huh? I just don't know how to recognize them. Okay, there you go. 59, that's okay. Just keep it there. Can you crash your train? I hope not. I think you can derail. I'm not sure if that's been implemented already. If you go too fast, but I think it would require dramatic excess of speed. Move Echo? Oh, please no. Anything with Veco, maybe not. American signaling is very complicated. Yeah, people probably have to rely on the overlay for quite some time until we get familiar with the train, the systems in them, and then we can think about studying the signals. My goodness, this is so relaxing. Yeah, that sound, guys. What's that? Signaling? Is that a trigger for something that I should be aware of? Something I should keep my eyes on or something? Let's keep it open, but let me go out. Oh, we can speed up again here. No, there's a 60-mile limit again coming up. How did they know that? What's changing? Like on this spot right here. There, okay. When the speed limit changes, I heard that horn again. Interesting. Passing through Pawtucket. Ah, building new train station there. My goodness, URL. You're an expert at this. I have no idea where we are. Well, I guess I can get an idea if I do something like this. Is there something we can zoom out on? Zoom out is that way. Okay, that's where we're going. Oh wow, this is a very long track and we're only in the beginning. Interesting. There's another train coming up. There it is. Let's turn off the overlay. Track IR adds so much with that natural head movement as you're looking around. I tried doing this using the mouse or the controller. It was not the same experience. Those little things really add up. 49 miles long. And it's a 1-to-1 scale, I imagine. Very nice. I can speed up a bit here, huh? We are a bit below. We go outside. Let's have a look from the outside how this is like. That's us. That's the train. It's a very quiet train. Is it electric? I don't see any, how do you call it? Like the things jutting out from the catenaries. Very nice. We should be stopping soon. Getting ready to slow down.
You are now approaching South
There you go.
Attleboro. Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
That's a nice heads up. Let's maybe apply... What's a normal braking power, guys? Is 50% too much? 1-to-1 scale, nice. Ah, not electric, okay. So the loco is at the back. So that's why it's so quiet, because we're not really hearing it. Way back there. That makes a lot of sense. So we're actually like moving backwards with this train? Is that how that's working? Interesting. I guess that helps a lot with the noise, huh? And I guess we're going a bit too slow here and a bit too conservative with the slowing down. I was trying this out the other day. I was going, I think, 100 miles, and I blew past the stop like this because I overestimated my braking. MBTA runs cab car to Boston on all routes and locos out of Boston. There we are. People waiting on the platform. Even some sitting down. I like that. I like the variety. Because in some games, right, the passengers, they're repetitive. They look the same. They have the same clothing and everything. Sometimes they're even right next to each other. So it's not the best look. But this one, they really did a good job, I think, in varying. Different folks. This mod in ETS too soon. I hope so. Okay. Should be good enough. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and look outside. Open the doors. Oh, if you look outside, you can actually start hearing it. Let's open. Oh, that. So that's why it was quiet as well. Because there's a window and there's a door in this setup. A while ago, what we were doing. Let me try and find that guy. So there is a window there. So it's like a double layer thing. Okay, but if we want it open, that one might work. Although that might be too open, huh? I might fall off. Might not be the safest. They walk like first person too. Yes, you can walk. So we can go out of this train. We can climb down. And we can walk around. And we can even look around like so.
Lock the doors and apply power to continue.
Okay, let's get back up. Climb up. Get on that seat. Maybe let's close the door. Just keep the window open. Might not be safe. Lock the door. AWS. Yeah, I'm not sure what its name is in the US as
On the
well.
way to Attleboro, we'll perform a test of the emergency brakes.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Okay. So we are moving again. Okay, good. Let's release the brakes. Maybe notch 3 to start with. As the brakes are releasing, there we go. Later on, as we get moving, I'll go to the back so we can hear the engine. Have option to keep door open. We do, I think. No, when you're moving. When you're moving, you can't open the door anymore. Okay, that makes sense. For safety, right? That's the open one. Still a bit too quiet in my opinion. Everyone hold tight. Speed limit is going down. In 1.7 miles. I think I experienced that. If you speed up too much, you're actually, what do you call it when the wheels slip? Is that just what it's called? But there's an indication when the wheels slip. Not sure if that's new in this sim, but I remember before that wasn't a thing way back. So let's go to the back here. I think there's an easier way to go to the back. I don't recall it. A different view. I think if I hold it. No, it's this different thing. Okay. There's the logo. There's the sound I'm looking for. Indeed, I see. Yes, this is the one I'm looking for. This guy. So this is the one that's actually doing the work. Wheel slip is new. There we go. Wheel slip. Yes. I had that happen when I went to like notch 8 from 0. From full stop. Man, I like the sound of that. It goes through the rails. Slow it down a bit. So reaching 60 miles. I also want to learn eventually the ATC and they call it Access. ATC is automatic train control, and then Access is, what is it, advanced civil signaling ecosystem. I can't remember. It's too much. But I think it's guidance on how and when to slow down. Oi, oi, oi. Huge pause there. I was kind of afraid it would stop and crash on us. Hang tight. Okay. There's a yellow aspect up ahead with a blinking green light. Anyone know what that means? Nothing good, I think. 60-mile speed limit coming up. Let's see what's the indication for that. Right here, I think, on this post. There, now it's 60. How did that happen? If you didn't have an overlay, how would you know? What's the visual sign for that? Get some speed in here. Always start in notch 3 when leaving station. Okay, that's good. Hey, what's happening? Why did it suddenly go to 25? Interesting. Missed that completely. Slow down here. Might fly off the rails. Interesting. Can you walk to the back while the train is moving? Yes, I think so. Alright, there we go. That's a good tip, Scotsman, thanks. I'll use that. Notch 3. Acela goes 150 miles per hour on this section. ACS 125 and MBTA 80. This one we're currently on is the MBTA, right? What is the Acela? I think that's not in the sim. That's not in this route at the moment. Maybe? At least I haven't tried it yet. Did you have beans for breakfast? I didn't have breakfast. Didn't even have coffee. Still salty about that. Yeah, we had a bit of a problem last night because the beans were supposed to arrive yesterday, and I got the usual notification. But
we will now begin the test of the emergency brake.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
Move the automatic brake into emergency.
Okay, so just, I guess, max it out. There's emergency. Ooh. Acela is not in Train Sim World. Okay, I see.
Now the train has stopped, we can begin to recover it.
It's not really a career mode. Am I missing something? Wait for the brake pipe to recharge. Should I be doing something else, guys? Should I be clicking on something? Because I released the brakes, but it's not charging. Okay. I guess it just takes a lot of time. Okay. Notch 3. There we go. I broke it. I think I did. Yeah, I think it's not like a full blown career mode, although you do have levels. You level up when you drive trains. But it's not a real full blown career mode. Like, you buy trains, you build up your empire and whatnot. This is like a real life company already. Like how the real life trains work. Their timetables are there and you can drive them. You can get on them, you can be a passenger on them, you can drive them yourself. And then as you drive along, as you explore, you get more experience. So it's really like a simulator, like a sandbox. And there are, I think, specific scenarios to simulate some special events or interesting happenings. Either bad weather or some trains getting broken down and you have to help them out, or whatever the scenario would be. So it's more along those lines. Okay, let's go. Start gradually notch 3, move up to the other notches when you reach a decent speed. Thank you. I might have jumped the gun there on notch 8. How do you guys usually play this? Are you staying in external view like this most of the time for the sightseeing? Or do you like the feel of being inside a cabin and having things pass you by? What's your preference? Normally. Hey, so friend, 3 months! Man, time flies. GG, man. Glad you made it to the stream. Scenarios, timetable, and journey. There we go. I think we are currently doing the journey part. What's the difference between journey and scenario, Scotsman? Yellow coming up ahead. Stay in cab mostly for the AWS and in-cab signaling. AWS is that thing that chimes every minute or so, right? And you have to acknowledge it. What's that called again in the US? Is there a different name for it? But I think we do have it here. I think they call it, what, simply signaler or something like that. Mexican horn. Oh yes, let's go ahead and try and hear the horn. Let's see. 1 second. Which key was it? Not too shabby. That's actually even from afar, I guess. I'm not sure if the horn is actually here or if the horn is also coming from the loco itself. Let's go back to idle here. And looks like we'll have a speed change again in 2 miles. I'll have to slow down to 45 miles per hour. Yeah, very nice. You guys remind me when I should be blowing the horn again? In what pattern? I think I remember you guys telling me level crossing, the something like that. I can't remember exactly. Or was that a US, more of a US thing? Oh, 0.6 miles, we have a red signal, red aspect. So I think we'll have to slow down here. No horn except Stoughton Branch. I see. Good. One less thing to worry about. Okay, let's release that. You have to stop right there. Okay, that's why there's a red light. 2 longs, a short, and a long for level crossings. There you go. Thank you. How long is long? Not sure if I want to get into that topic. Journey is just a collection of preset timetable services and scenarios. I see. Yeah. Wheels are slipping. Alright. Can you guys still go outside? Yes, you can. That's something I hope gets improved. The passengers in general.
That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
They walk very nice. They act very nice. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's when we blew the speed limit. I went down to 60, but I didn't notice it goes down to 25. But still got gold. Oh, nice. Nice. Yes, we can, Cellbones. Once we're comfortable enough with making sure that the train doesn't crash, let's go and explore it. That's a good way to enjoy. I think some people actually load up the sim and just sit on the passenger seat and let the AI drive it. What is this one? I'm not sure if this is actually the one now. 1 second, huh? 1 second, guys. Let's get back to the main menu because I'm not sure. I didn't really start from scratch. So this might not be the normal sequence when you start this route. So we have the journey, right? Let's explore. So we have training, we have scenarios, and we have timetable. Let's see. We finished the intro. We finished this guy. But the ACS 64 we didn't do yet. I think let's do that. And I think this F40... No, this is the one we did. No, this is the one we did. Yeah, the CTC3. This F40PH I think I did offline. And this ACS64 I haven't done yet at all. So which one do you guys want? The ACS64 or the F40PH? -3C. Oh my goodness, all these letters. The last long should be held while in the crossing. Ah, so you have to start even before you reach the crossing. Okay, good, thank you. The scream on Jack's side panel. Mrs. Clumsy heard that scream and she was like, what was that? Can you walk? Yeah, you asked that already. It will automatically load into the next service scenario. You can disable it, auto load journeys. Ah, okay, great, thank you. AC64, let's get into that then. That does sound like the fanciest one. Let's get into this one. This is the one with I have the manual for. The one that Scotsman linked, I think. Oh.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be
beautiful.
taken through the operation of an ACS64 locomotive in Amtrak livery.
Very nice.
Today we'll be adding some additional stops to our service for training purposes.
That's the one. Thank you, Scotsman.
During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations.
Sorry, I moved
When
the
you are
mouse.
ready, climb aboard to get started.
Okay, 1 second. I want to open the manual. I have it open here. Okay. The access is Advanced Civil Speed Enforcement System. Whew. That doesn't look forced at all. Very nice. Okay, let's get in. Let's close the door.
We'll need to start the battery. Press and hold the battery
that's what I
control
like.
button.
Okay. Press and hold. Okay. Then we have to walk to the control panel, which is inside here. Oh, fancy. I like this.
This locomotive uses a pantograph to draw power from the overhead lines.
Ah,
and we'll need to make
pantograph.
sure it's using the rear pantograph.
Alright, so that's the one I was asking about, right? The one that connects to the catenaries, or however you call it. Those things at the top. Thank you. So we put this on the rear. What
Take a
that
seat in the
does
engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
is, shouldn't we get some voltage or something? Did something change in the bars here? This is also something that I really like. This is something that should be implemented in other sims too, like in Flight Sim. And I think this is what Flight Sim started to implement. The locking of the controls. Like when you find the control, you press a button, you hold it, and your control remains locked there. So like in this one, even if I look elsewhere, it's still the one I'm holding, right? It's like simulating that your hand is on that control even if you're looking somewhere else. And so I can look at the bar and move that like so and observe how things change. In this case, it doesn't, but it's a very nice implementation. I like that. In Flight Sim, I think they introduced that recently, but it's very it's in initial stages at the moment, not very polished yet, but it's a good step. I think that approach is very nice for simulators like this, where you actually interact with the cockpit, with the cabin, and with the buttons. Trucking while watching. Sounds good, Geek Squad. Set the reverser to neutral.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
So you can actually remove the handle? Is that like a anti-theft mechanism? You actually can... The driver takes it with him when he goes out? Oh, that's nice. Neutral, okay. Gaming chair, you mean my vampire chair here at the back? Let's see. Pantograph up. Okay, I want to check something because that should have raised the pantograph, and we said at the back, so it should have raised the one at the back. Is it? Let's see. What's the MCB? Wow, this is a long train. My goodness. Oh, I can't see any more past that. Or maybe I can? Okay, maybe not. Alright, what I wanted to check is if the voltage increased because we put the pantograph up. Let's see. I think it still looks the same. I wonder when that should go. Well, this is the battery voltage, so that might not be applicable. This might not be the one we're looking for. With all the electrical discussions in DC6 yesterday in Flight Sim, I'm interested in how these things work more than ever. Let's see. Let me try and put it down again. Okay, it does say there, Panto F, I guess that's front end down. Panto R, rear end down, probably. And then when I put it up, what goes with it? Okay, it does say R end up now. Okay, makes sense. Still don't notice any change. That's fine. Okay, fine. Let's close this MCB, whatever this does. Does anyone know what this is for? Oh, there we go.
The HEP engine is a smaller, secondary engine to provide power to the coaches for lighting, air conditioning, and heating. Let's start this now.
Interesting, like an APU. Like an auxiliary power unit in planes. Although, kind of. Start? Is that enough? Hold HEP in start for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
Pantograph is only on the loco, not on the train. The loco we didn't see, it was two-way in the back, was it? Or is it... Oh, you mean this one, this guy itself. 1 second. You mean it's way back here? It's just this one? Ah, it's just this one. This is the rear and this is the front. I was looking too far away. Ah, I see. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you guys. Glad I have you here. As you can see, need a lot of help understanding the basics. Front headlight. The bright. Nice. Ditch lights? That doesn't sound good. What's that for? Short rears in the US. Didn't I set it to on already? Oh, that's flash. Sorry. On is this one. Set the brake mode to passenger. Passenger. Was it left or right? Okay, left.
Take a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
This is why I want a manual for this, because there are so many things, and having a bit more contents on what they do would really help a lot with the experience. So instead of just knowing that you have to do this and knowing that you have to do that, knowing the reason behind is really helpful, right? Like, why do I need the ditch lights? What's it for? Is it to increase visibility? It's to let someone, it's like, you know, these little things. It's what you look for in a simulator. The little things that all add up. Coach class. Have you guys ridden on this one? Maybe not this exact route, but a similar train? Where the people go? I think they knew that I was driving. No one's interested. Ditch light is a light that shines down at an angle. Literally lights up the ditches beside the track. Oh, so it's on the side like this? Do we see it maybe if we go below like that? So the lights would be lighting from an angle, like lighting up the sides here? Something like that? To help others see you, specifically trespassers on the track and passengers at the platforms. Ah, I see. Yeah, that kind of tutorial would be very helpful. But yes, a manual. I've recently started appreciating how useful and how immersive manuals can help. something that improves the experience by a lot. I actually asked my contact if I could get a manual for this one. Unfortunately, they said they didn't have a manual for this DLC. I'm not sure if they will have eventually. That would be nice if they did. That would definitely increase the experience forward. That one. They're the two headlights at the bottom. Main lights are the ones up top. Ah, okay. 1 second. So these ones are the headlights that we set. Ah, and this one, I see. Maybe that's from the headlight as well. The ditch lights are somewhere here at the bottom. Am I looking at the wrong spot? The person you saw was you. Oh, yes. Hey, Rohan. Train sim roll time. The two on the right, left, on the front are the ditch. The one on top is the main light. So this guy is the main light. I guess the ditch lights are where? Below it? No, ditch. That's the ditch light. Ah, okay. Main light is above the cab. Ah, I see. So this is the main light. Okay. Thank you for the patience, URL. Not many people would survive that level of explanation, so thanks. Okay, let's test it. So front headlight is bright. If you turn that off, then the ones at the top should disappear. Exactly. That makes a lot of sense. And if you dim it, then it should be there, but not as bright. Looks bright to me, but maybe the bright is brighter. Yeah, I guess so. And then the ditch lights below flash. Ah, indeed. Looks like strobes. When would you use the flashing ditch lights? What would that be? What activity would that be for generally? That's nice. Ditch light off. Makes sense. They're off. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, bear with me, okay? Just love these small details. What makes the sim. Alright, automatic brake. Let's release that somewhere here. Good.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the combined power handle to apply power and get moving.
Oh, I have one more question about this. 1 second, let me see. Who is going? Ark is going? Oh, okay. Thanks, man. Have a good night. Catch you tomorrow for some trucking. Me using a controller ban. Yeah, if they would have made a other peripherals compatible, I would be using my throttle instead, but not yet, so I'll have to go with a controller for now. So this is my next question, guys. We have an automatic brake. When would you use an automatic brake like this? Are we moving? We are moving because it's downhill. Oh crap. And when would you use the brake from this combined power handle, which also has a brake? Because there are two kinds of braking here, looks like. And I guess there would be more that I still am not familiar with. Reach a speed of 20 miles per hour. Okay, gotcha. How much throttle would we need? Maybe 30%. There we go, we're starting to move. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Can we open any windows? Yes, we can. There we go. I can hear that a bit better. Yeah, the sound is very nice. You can hear all the small details. Ooh. Screeching track sound. Frogdal. Subway train noises in Sao Paulo. Hey Dal. Wow. How are you doing, man? Glad you managed to join the stream. Ooh, what sound is that? Sounds like something's pulling up. Stop at location. 5 miles from here. Okay, so we have plenty of way to check it out. Okay, let's slow it down. Let's maybe start coasting here. Now, a 0.2% grade. Sounds minimal, but I think that will eventually slow us down. Right now it hasn't yet though. Using a mouse for this game. The mouse I'm okay with. The keyboard, not really. And using the mouse to use those to change the throttle, it's a bit too abrupt with the mouse. It doesn't feel too immersive, and the keyboard doesn't feel right. The controller for the keys for me is the best thing we have for now. Oh, speed. Actually up the speed now. More in-depth tutorial on the ACS64 and the Axis that Matt did a while back. Okay, awesome, thank you. I'll have to learn that. So, anyone has any inputs on the brakes, guys? When would you use this automatic brake? I guess normally you would only be using the brake from this combined power handle thing. I like the sound of that. Let's go outside for a bit. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Oh, look at that. The pantograph actually goes up. Tries to reach. What's happening? Looks like I have wheel slip somewhere. Yeah, look at that. The pantograph is adjusting. Interesting how that works. How does it know how high to go, right? There must be a clever mechanism in there somewhere. You would use the brake handle for this. Brake handle is what? This guy? Indeed, over 200. Yeah, I think the rail driver will be a bit overkill. I don't need a full-blown, I don't know, how do you say, rig for it. I think a simple throttle would suffice for me, and I already have a throttle. I actually was looking for ways to how to make that work with my throttle. There are workarounds, but they are not very, they're not foolproof. They're just, yeah, workarounds. Rail driver incoming. So that's what triggered it. Yes. I hope they add controller support, although I heard that it's been promised for quite some time, a couple of years now, but it still isn't here, so might not be able to hold our breath for that one. Automatic brakes are something intuitively similar to retarder on trucks. I think that's dynamic brake, if I remember correctly. The similar to retarder for slowing you down, but I guess not every thing has a dynamic brake. $60 miles. Look at that perfect timing. As the 60 speed limit arrives, we are at 60. Amazing. Alright. Let's go to idle here. Dovetail controller DLC 800. Yeah. Works only on 80% of the trains. Yeah, I think they need to customize it for each of the trains you're driving, because they all have different controls, right? Hard time working with notches. So it's pretty pricey, but still has some hiccups. So it needs a few changes still. If you look here, the ATC and access box is in red. I guess that means it's disabled, right? Which is, I guess, good for us, because that would add a lot of complexity on my end. G27 in flight yoke, why not a rail driver? Yeah, I'm not sold. I feel like there should be native controller support, you know, instead of having just one single controller that works. There's no logical reason for it in my point of view, aside from, I don't know, some partnership with it maybe. So I don't really support it. I'm a bit salty about it. Yeah, each train must generate a script for the rail driver to work. Alright, Hasib, have a good one, man. Yes, some trains finally. Very new, but very interesting. Definitely a lot of things to learn. Glad you guys are here too. Okay, we'll have to slow down in a bit. So how do I slow down here on this train? I guess I'm using this brake handle. It's combined handle.
You are now approaching South Attleboro.
Oh no.
Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
Oh, okay. It advised using the automatic brake. Why is that? Maybe this one serves like a dynamic brake instead? Ah. No, unfollow, unsub. Interesting. How much is this DLC? Oh, I'm very bad at this. There's a Steam page. You can check for yourself. ! Rush. I'm not sure if there's a price in there already. This will be a bit... Yeah, I think you can purchase the DLC standalone. Thanks, Alex. Which will amount to around $24.99 depending on your region. But if you get this season ticket, I think it's a bit more expensive. Maybe around 30 plus. Or is it 40 plus? Something along those lines. But you get like 3 DLCs with it already because it's more like a season pass. Which if you're into trains, that might be a very good deal. Okay, let's see. So yeah. Not sure. I hope they explain that. Maybe Matt explains it in the tutorial, huh? When to use which brake. But my impression right now is more on... I don't know. It seems like I use that brake maybe for slowing down. But for stopping, I still use the automatic brakes. Maybe. There you go. $39.99. Thank you, Slider. It is pricier, but yes, it's like a package deal. Exactly. Okay, slow it down here. Good. Yeah, one thing that they could improve here is the... At least I'm not sure if it always happens, but the passengers, they seem to react all at the same time. As soon as you open doors, they all start moving and they all start walking towards the doors. Which makes it a bit less realistic. Makes it look more artificial. If they could also add like a random timing on when the passengers react, that would make it more organic, right? Just a minor detail kind of thing. It's something that adds to the whole immersion process.
Proceed to the next stop at Attleboro, unguided this time, and see how you get
Nice.
on.
Thank you. We'll see. Maybe 30% would be a good starting power. Let's see if the wheels will slip. There you go. You can purchase DLC separately. I think the season ticket is a very good deal. Yeah. The working display boards. What do you mean? These ones? I do like the view. I don't like the way that it re-renders when you go out and in. There, that they disappear. But it's one of those minor quirks, I guess. That sound. Yeah, the energizing sound. Is that coming from us, the loco? I guess so, huh? It powers up. Let's see. I have so many questions. I have to do a lot of reading up on this. So guys, maybe let's talk a bit about the ATC in the axis. So I think that's the most exciting thing on this train. Lots of flavor added with that feature. It's a bit more advanced, so I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Oh. Getting wheel slip here. But like, what is it for? Because I was reading the manual and it seemed like something that would benefit us when we are... It gives better visibility on the speed limits in the route. I think in a nutshell, that's what it does. That's what they do. They do it in different ways and in different effects, different effectiveness. But in a nutshell, I think that's how I get it, at least. Would you phrase it differently? Because like in this case, I wouldn't know when the speed would change down to 60. I only know because I have an overlay. If I don't have that overlay, I would have no idea. I think having the ATC and access in there would give you some visibility. I think the access would kind of even guide you when you should be slowing down. It would guide you certain steps. And if you don't follow those guidances, those speeds that it sets, it will actually... Ooh, 1 second, guys. Slow down here because 30 miles. Yeah, that's sudden. I'm going to miss that. From 60, suddenly 30. Look at that. So I guess that's one place where access will be able to help a lot. Because you can only see, even if you have the overlay, you can only see the next speed limit. So that's 60. But immediately after, there's a 30 speed limit, which you only see once you pass the 60. And if you're at 60, at that 60 mile marker, then you won't have enough time to slow down for that upcoming 30. So you have to slow down beforehand. Might be that access actually tells you that. And do we have it already? I mean, we have it in red, but is it in here somewhere? I can read that one, the MAS maximum authorized speed, says 30. Is that something I can use as a guide already as of now, even if I have the system turned off? Are there for emergencies. If the driver is not responding, like he's unconscious or something, then those systems will gradually stop the train. And I also saw something about the speed limits. Like if there's a 30, for example, we're coming from 60 to 30. If you're at 60 and it's going down to 30, it will kind of step you down bit by bit, so that you're slowing down gradually instead of all at the last moment. It seemed like that, at least. Reminds you of ETS, ATS speed signs that show up and require aggressive speed changes. Yeah, exactly, Dal. Exactly. So I think we have to find a system that works for us, how to work around those limitations. 3DLC pack, exactly. Hey, VTTV, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. $30 miles here. Maybe we can speed up a little. Let's see. Let me see if I can read through anything there. MAS maximum authorized speed is 30. We have ATC cutout, access cutout. Valid database, access failure. It's probably because we have it turned off. Maybe. Right now the systems are not on. It will say if it's on the display. Okay, so because it's not on, it's not going to guide me at all. Okay, thanks. How do you work around that, Scotsman? The sudden 60 to 30 changes. How do you work with that kind of tricky spot, so that you stop at 30 or you get to 30? in time. Cut in, cut out means like it's on or off. Ah, I see, I see. So it's cut out because it's off. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Wheels. Oh, wheels are slipping. Pushing too much. Use cruise control. Yes, that works too. And in this one, cab signal aspect, I think this one is saying what we passed through, but not what's coming up, I think. So what's coming up is something... one second, let's slow down here. What's coming up is a yellow light actually. Not sure, you guys probably don't see that because of my face. But there's a yellow aspect incoming. Let's see how that changes this cab signal aspect. There's also a 45 mile per hour speed change coming in 2 miles. Yeah, it says restrict. Okay, it looks like we'll have to stop soon. So let's start applying some brakes here. That looks good. Yeah, we won't get to the 45 miles speed limit because we'll have to stop before then. This is so nice, and there are so many intricacies, right? From the very basic sense, you only have to move forward, but there are so many intricacies with it. So many things to learn. I like it. Ew. Too fast. Too fast, I think. Suppression. What does suppression mean? That seems like a very common term in trains. Normally when you see those yellow numbers on the display right now, it says 20. You must do that speed before the next signal. Ah, so that gives you a guidance already. This 20 right here. Ah, okay, cool. Might have to pay closer attention to that then. Yeah, I was actually surprised about that. I thought it was a bug initially, because when you look at the overlay, the speed limit is like 60 or 50, but if you look at the what's in front of you, it only says 20. I was like, there's a mismatch. But apparently that's a real thing. It's a real thing because the one is the guidance, provides more context than just the actual speed limit. Very nice.
Good work.
I'll have to look at that.
That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
See, the red-orange path shows if you're coming in too fast. Where is that, Celebones? Is that on the train itself or on the ground somewhere? Yeah, look at that. I kind of broke something. Yeah, this is the one. This is the sudden drop, like from 125 down to 16, immediately down to 30. So I should have started to slow down maybe way back here, right? Maybe I would know that if I looked at the number in front. On the track in front of you. Oh, the ones with the red, orange, green thing. Red, orange path. I think it shows just how close you are to the stopping area. I don't think it adjusts based on the speed. At least from what I got. Alright, let's see. What's next? Let's go back to the main menu and see. What do you guys like to do? So we can continue. I've finished all the trainings now, but I haven't gone through this one with you guys yet. So we can go through this just to see how this train looks maybe. And then after this one, let's go and check out, I don't know, maybe a scenario or a timetable. Which one would you be guys more into? Stopping markers for the stations, right? So I think I normally... I don't know, maybe I'm around 12 miles per hour by the green when I
Welcome to
arrive at the
driver
green
training.
area,
Today you will be
it
taken
should
through
be
the
more or less
operation
okay.
of an F40PH-3C in MBTA livery.
So now we are using the actual
During this
loco.
brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started.
So a while ago, we were at the back, right? We were moving this the opposite way. Let's climb aboard.
Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Thank you. Now this one looks oddly familiar. Is it that many diesel trains have this kind of layout? Or is it the exact same one or close enough to the one
We'll
in
need to
Derail
start the
Valley?
engine before we can get moving.
Because I remember the one in Derail Valley looks very similar to this. The layout at least. Set the main battery to on. You ask me to sit down. Okay. Okay, fine. Turn on the battery. Turn on the radio. I think it's this alerter that makes it that you have to acknowledge it every so often. I think. Okay, let's close that. 600 volts. Just a smidge, huh? Alright, hold the engine start switch. Hey Jason, it's a very common layout. Ah, I see. Most US diesels are like
The
that, so
HEP
okay, so that's
engine
fine.
is a smaller, secondary engine to provide power to the coaches for lighting, air conditioning, and heating. Let's start this now.
HEP. You don't know what that means? What that stands for? Now that HEP is on, should be able to provide power for the air conditioning. There it is. Set train line set up the Long Hood Trail. What does that mean? No idea. Guess let me know if you know, okay? So many new terms. Yeah. Run. There you go. Head end power. Thanks for joining, Jason. Oh, I think I'll be learning a lot from you. Power and air for passenger cars. Head end power. Interesting name. Okay, cutoff valve is let's see, if I sit here, that's this guy. Okay, so for the brakes, I guess. So we kind of unlock it. In this MU2A valve, trail 24 or 26. Now this one is like, what is that? Even the names don't make any sense to me. Is that Lead or Dead? Sounds like a name of a movie. Okay. Just follow the steps, one step at a time. Engine run on. Generator field, even for like small adjustments, adjustments in the view for looking at this. If you use the controller, it's less fiddly, right? It's less natural. But when you use your head, just makes it a bit more realistic feeling. Like so. Insert the reverser handle. It's a very common thing, huh? Like the reverser, removing the reverser itself.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
It's like those days when you remove your entire radio from the car so that it cannot get stolen. Is it the same thing? Interesting. Provides power to the car at the rear. That's why it's a head end power. Ah, interesting. Valve provides power to the leading loco at the front. Which valve? This guy? The MU2A valve? Is that lead or lead? Because it's the lead train. If you're done with the train and you go to the rear, you must turn it off before setting off. That guy. Ah, interesting. Okay. Alright, let's turn on the headlights here. What do we use? Bright. Okay.
Take a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
This one I like because when you look outside, looks good. You can really look outside. Oh. 1 second. Different angle. There it is. it's a bit tricky because it kind of reverses the angle when you look reverse like that. It's quite nice for immersion. Right, so here we have a lot of things as well. We also have the ATC here, the access. They are both in cutout, and then we have the speed limit. This is where I noticed the difference in the speed limit in the overlay versus the one that's mentioned here. So the one that's mentioned here, am I understanding that right? Is it the one that is like the guide, the one that you should follow to have a more smooth ride, avoid those speed limits? We'll see if that works. I do also want to turn the lights on here. I think I found this here. Where was it? Step lights, I'm not sure where that is, but gauge lights for this one. Yes. And then now we can turn off the lights. If I can look outside, 1 second. Good.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
There we go, forward. The lead trail thing that matters when you have multiple locos connected together. Lead as in leading, I see. That makes a lot of sense now. Drivers don't drive with the cab lights in real life. It's a killer on the frames in the game. Which one? You mean these ones? What cab lights? Which one are those? If you leave that M2 valve set to trail, 24 or 26 are going to be able to power up the train normally, but it won't move unless you set max throttle. It's going to move, but as soon as you put idle back, the loco will stop aggressively. Oh, okay. Why is that? What is that for? So that's the same as in when you have multiple locos, so you know which one is which loco is handling the controls, I guess. Right, let's release the brakes. Love that sound.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
Throttle, does the 3 notches also apply here? Let's see. You can see the power. Amps DC times 100. So that's 600 amps of DC power, if I'm reading that right. Gauge lights, you leave it on. Okay, that's good. What is the cab light? How do you turn that on? I was trying to look for it because sometimes it gets too dark, but I couldn't see. I think I'm most at home with this kind of layout. This one feels more familiar to me. A diesel loco layout like this. 600 amps, is that too high? It's on top of your head. Hey Tom, thanks for the tip. Top of your head, let's see. This guy? Or on the right maybe. Let's try and look for it. It's a wiper, maybe this one? Can find the switch for it. Maybe it's not oh, there you go. I see, thank you, there it is. Good tip, thank you. But okay, you don't use that in real life. It's not used. Okay, maybe you only use that when setting up initially, and then you turn it off when you're moving. Cab lights just light up the cab. Makes sense. Maybe not for a train. Yeah, maybe not for a train. It's still in the green based on that layout. Very slow here. Okay, we got that beep because it's the speed limit changed to 15, but it still isn't 15 for the overlay. I guess because that speed limit only applies when the back of the train passes that, right? Am I remembering this right from what you guys told me before? It will kill your frames in game. Noted, thank you. Yeah, speaking of frames, the frames are pretty good. There are a few stutters here and there, but in general it's very smooth. I locked myself to 60 FPS and the GPU is at 60%. It's all good from that point of view. Oy, 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 oy. Just slow down. Oh no, it's 15 again. Okay, good. Speed limit is going to be 30 soon, it says there. Also, there's a difference between 30 at the top and the 30 that's highlighted in there. Oh my goodness, this couldn't be more confusing. So many conflicting messages. You have 30 on the top, 30 in there on the light, in the middle, the circle, and then in the overlay, it looks different. Oh, okay, now it's 30 also. Okay, good. Okay, I guess we passed the 30 speed limit somewhere. You can ignore the speed limit on the display as the ATC and access are not on at the moment. So, but won't those give me additional guidance for like, how do you say, wouldn't that be the smarter speed to follow? That's how I would put it. To ensure that I don't break the speed limits. There we go. Starting to build up. Looking good. Oh, there it is. Now we can hear it starting to struggle. Outside for a quick sec.
You are now approaching Boston Back Bay. Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
1 sec, huh? There's the train. Very icy in front. We need some kind of anti-ice here. I think I'm too slow. Don't need to be that slow. How many tons I'm pulling? That's a good question. I have no idea. Does it tell me anywhere? I guess we should have known it before we started. Yeah, the red in front of me. But that doesn't change, right? That just says that's the start of the platform. And the green is the end of the platform. So you have to go and stop when you're near the green. I think it's a static color. You can check by pressing escape. Ah, okay, 1 second. Let's check it out. 1 second. Let's stop here and then let's check it. I love the squeaking of the brakes. Too early. Too early. Let's crawl forward. 1 mile per hour. We'll get there eventually. Whoosh. Whoosh. Maybe I can apply some throttle. It's okay. It's a dramatic pause. We can work with that. You can get more points if you stop in the blue marker. Blue marker meaning this one. This one in the middle. What the heck happened there? That messed up my braking. Okay, there you go. Unlock the left doors. See the people coming in. 1 second. Let's see. Where can we see that? Oh yeah, 525.1 tons. You called it, Dal. Goodness, 525 tons. Wow. And it felt so easy to pull it. No wonder we're using 600 amps. Right. Thanks, Alex. The new UI. Did it change everything? Even the pause screen? 2K HP engine makes it feel super smooth.
On the way to Ruggles,
My
we will perform
goodness.
a test of the emergency brakes.
Okay, I'm game with that.
When you're ready, apply power to continue the journey.
Sure thing, so let's release the brakes. 3 notches in. We should have some lights in here, right? We did set those up. Which one was that? Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. In here it gets really dark. Gets really dark when you're inside. So I was thinking maybe I want cab lights here, but now I can't turn it on anymore. Feels like you're in a Universal Studios ride. The Mummy Returns or something. Taking notes for the lawsuit. I don't like it. Goodness. Turn the heater on. What heater? If we toot the horn here inside, will we hear echoes? Let's try it. Oh, nice. You can actually keep it quiet. I like how different the sound becomes when you have the window closed like this. Hear that very subtle buzzing from the engine, but not much. I like it open like that. L and Shift L. That makes it a lot
We will now begin the
easier.
test of the emergency brake. Move the automatic brake into emergency.
Emergency is that one. Love it. The steam gauges. Very nice.
Now the train has stopped, we can begin to recover it.
Good. How? Set reverser to neutral, okay? That way.
Apply the independent brake while the automatic brake recharges.
I remember this. Independent brake is just on the loco itself, right? So it's faster to react, but it's very limited because it only stops the loco. The automatic brake is applied on all the trains, all the cars. So it's more powerful, but it takes longer to apply or something along those lines. I think that's what I remember from this one. Full application, okay. So just to make sure that we don't move while we're releasing the brakes here. Nice. Okay, good. At least I remember something. Thank you for the confirmation. Right, let's put the reverser forward. And
Now
we
that our
can
brake
release this
pressure
one.
has recharged, we can release the independent.
I didn't let her finish. Oh, we're slipping. Push. Push. Okay, there we go. There we go. Getting in there. Maybe a bit more power. It's a pretty steep grade. 1.2. Dynamic braking, and you'll know it all. Does this train have dynamic brakes? Dynamic brakes, I relate it most to having a retarder on the truck. Slow things down, but not really for stopping. But I have no idea how they work in the train. 1.2% grade. Is that significant for a train? It sounds very small from a percentage point of view. But I guess so, huh? What's the highest a train should be able to go up on? Pretty similar to retarder. I think that's good enough for me for the basics. And then we'll get into the weeds later on. Thank you. Invert the mechanical chassis train. Oh my goodness. My nose just bled. Oh, wheel slip. Stopping soon. Use independent brake to hold speed downhill. Auto brakes for downhill. Wouldn't you use dynamic brakes if you have them on downhill? If it would be the same as a retarder? Dynamic brakes basically turn the motors into generators to help slow down. Oh, good for going downhill. There you go. Heating up brake surface. So it's like so it slows down using the motor. Turns the motors into generators. Interesting. So instead of turning to move the train, it's turning to generate electricity? Something like that? That is a very interesting concept. Dynamic brakes only on US trains. UK doesn't have that. Ah, I see, I see. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and lock the doors. So many details. I love it. Exactly what we want here.
That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Nice. The big fans you see on top of the locos are usually to cool resistors for the dynamic brakes because they heat up. Ah, interesting. And look at that, bro. I just went above there a bit. I'll take it. What did we get? Didn't get a medal? Oh, come on. Okay, what next, guys? What would you want to see next? I personally would like to see like a high-speed route. We haven't done that yet. So we can really stretch our legs, let the train go and reach its full potential and whatnot. You get what I mean? How would we go on about that? What would you advise we do? Do we go do one of the timetables? I still don't get so much what the timetables are for. Or do we do one of these scenarios? Very tricky. I probably don't want that. Cold as ice. Looks like the difficulty is full on 5 by 5. Timetable is what you recommend. Okay, let's go with timetable. Yeah, we have different routes here. Those 3 locos, those 3 trains that we have. I think basically it's 2 trains, right? But one is the back, so the cab car. One is the front. And one is the ACS 64. The resistors are there to use the electricity generated by the motors. You have to get rid of that energy somewhere. Physics. Oh, so right. When the motor becomes a generator, it then goes to the resistor to pass on the electricity, and the resistors heat up. So you have to have a fan to cool them down. Something like that. Don't they use the electricity that's gathered from the dynamic brakes, lead it somewhere else? I guess they don't need to, huh? Okay. Right. I should have all the routes, I think. Yes. Thank you, Dovetail Games. So if you guys have recommendations on the routes, I should be able to try it out eventually. For this stream, we're focusing on Boston Sprinter, but for future ones, I'm more than open to suggestions. Right, so timetable. Great to hear. HE, glad you're here, man. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling better. The resistors are the load on the motors to slow it down. Very interesting stuff. Oh, looks like I have plenty of videos to watch. Because I have started reading about engines, alternators, DC, AC power, and then specific things on the engines of cars and trucks, and specific things on the engines of planes. They're very different, right? Somehow different. So I started learning about blow-off valves, wastegates. It might be the blow-off valve actually that we're hearing when I let go of the throttle. Not sure anymore. But yeah, where that's placed in the turbo. So I was learning through that, and now I think we add one more layer of learning because now these trains are a completely different thing, and looks like we have plenty of learning to do. Oh my goodness, amazing. Worrying about slack between the cars. Juggling all 3 brake types going over mountain passes and big freight trains is definitely an art. That sounds fun. Sounds scary, but sounds fun. Nice. 3 streams a week. Oh, sorry to hear that, Chi. Yeah, hope you get better soon, man. We're here rooting for you. Yes, hope we can help you relax a bit and recover. Right, so let's go. Which one do you guys want? Maybe which one is the fastest? Maybe I guess it's this one, right? Horsepower. Yes, this one definitely. The Amtrak ACS 64. Let's go for clear. What's custom? No. Let's use the mouse. I'm very confused with the controller controls. Let's go with August. Why not? 27.2. Full-blown summer. Goodness. I can set the weather. Is there any weather that you would recommend? Because I would just go with clear. I don't think Train Sim World has the best looking clouds, so I'm not really looking forward to that yet. I think let's start with clear. Keep it simple, and then let's go sightseeing with the perfect weather outside. Something without snow, yeah. Express one. Okay, let's go with this one then. All right. So if I click on this guy, then we get all the timetables. And from what I can read through here, help me decipher this. The timetable, so we have the different start times, right? 6:09, 6:57, 7:59. They have varying durations, but it seems like they're just basically, at least for this train, it's just either going from the Boston South Station, which is up north by the looks of this, and going south to Providence. That's how it looks to me. And then you just have the opposite way on the other timetables. So it just depends what time we want to start and where we want to start. Not a lot of choices, thankfully. Otherwise I would get overwhelmed. So, try Steam Locos. Oh my goodness. Yes. Steam Locos, I've had a taste with Derail Valley, but I've heard that's very arcadey in comparison to the real thing. But that's, I think, enough challenge for me at the moment. Steam, rain, and snow, not a good combination. Oh my goodness, yes. Very true. Okay. So let's go for maybe a morning. Let's go start with this first one. We might get some sunrise in there. Let's see. Boston to Providence. We need you blapping traffic out of the way. Yes. Using the shoulder. For overtaking and everything. Right, Amtrak Northeast Regional number 95. Boston to Providence. Operate Amtrak Northeast. Okay. 489.9 tons. Not too heavy. Goodness. We have nine cars. Is that how you read it? And the train is 247.5 yards long. Wow. Okay. Here we are. Silky smooth performance so far. I like it. Oh, the train is up already. Okay. I was hoping I would have to start it, but I guess that's okay. So I don't have to fiddle around with it so much. Alright. So let's unlock the doors. There we go. Let's watch them go inside and teleport. Anyone riding with us? I think no one is willing. Come on. Oh, there. Yeah, they kind of teleport when they get there. They teleport to their seats. So it doesn't break immersion. You have to look outside like this at an angle. Very nice sounds there. Steam Locos in this game would be awesome as long as it was MP. Oh yes, definitely, yes. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Instead of having to manage everything your own, play MP, cooperative, each one having a specific role. What is this? Oh, unlockables, I guess. All those other things that you can do. Interesting. Okay, let's lock the doors. What's ornery? I think that's beyond my vocabulary at the moment. But that doesn't sound good. Can drive a fireman crazy. Because one has to regulate the coal and the steam, I guess, right? The water levels. 18 months, gee. Goodness. Thank you, man. Glad you're here. Glad you made it and hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Alright, 1 second. So let's release the brakes. We need the key in there. There it is. And we need some lights, if I remember correctly. We need the front headlights to... Was it bright or dim? I'm not sure. I'm just going to set bright for both. No, ditch lights not flashing, just on. There you go. So if you look outside, we should have the lights. Perfect. Okay, good. Looks good so far. We have the... What do you call... I always call it pantomime. Pantograph up in the rear. So that's good. We have power. Mean-spirited in a playful way. Oh, wow. That's something that you can read in books. I like the sound of that. Okay. Panto rear end is up. Everything looks good. Hey, thank you for following. Hey, Pierre. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are enjoying. Feel free to join us in chat. There's an independent brake as well for this guy. A bell. When would you use a bell, guys? In addition to the horn. Okay, let's go. Is it working? Or am I missing something? Looks like I'm missing something because nothing's happening. 1 second, let's try and remember. The pantograph is up already. The MCB, that's the one I think. No. Oh crap, no. It's right that it's in the closed position. What am I missing? Use the bell for lunchtime. You're never orange, stupid. When starting to move. Oh, okay. Bell is always on when you use the horn. Ah, I see. Okay. Then we should have it on then. So we're starting to move. For loading of cows. Calvin might like that. Hey guys, I need your help. How do we move? Alerter cutout. No, that means the alerter isn't on, right? Which is good for us. We don't have brakes. We have power. Not really. Are the brakes off? Yeah, automatic brakes are released. Independent brake is released. I forgot to set something. I'll turn off the bell, guys. It's too much. There you go. This is like Jack starting his tractor. Oh my goodness, now I know how it feels. We are in forward, yes. Something is not right. Maybe we have not set up some things here yet. This is the trouble when you're starting in the middle of somewhere. You're not sure what the status is. Maybe let's start the engine. Shouldn't we have a start time here somewhere? An engine starter. Where was that? I keep forgetting where it is. Learn about electrical fires. Oh, please no. Pentagrams are up, yes. But I think, didn't we have to enable something here? I think we set this to rear. This is set to rear already. Yeah, this is set to rear. Anything else we need here? Battery voltage, I don't think we need to change anything. Let's see. Let's close that up. Maybe I missed something here. Machine room lights. Oh, that would have been useful. Oh, this is where you turn on the ATC and the access. No, definitely not that at the moment. The alerter, yeah, that's the one that's equivalent to the AWS, I think. Dynamic brake. Cut out, cut in. Oh, we do have dynamic brakes. Interesting. Marker lights. Trailing unit. Exit lights, battery light. How about that? I'm not sure if that's what you should be doing. Maybe you need a push start. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Are the doors closed? The doors should be closed already. Is there some way to check that? Well, that's a short trip. 1 second, let me see. Yeah, the doors are closed, right? Yeah, doors are closed. Why are we not moving? I'm missing something. I just can't. I don't know what it is. What is this? Desk console light. MZP is closed. Pantograph, let's put that down. Let's see. If we put it down, then we lose power. That makes sense. Put it up. Put it up. That's up now. There we go. Alright, so now we have power again. HEP is on. Alerter cut out. There it is. It says doors closed. What else are we missing? Reverser is in forward, yes. Right? It's in forward. Okay, let's try that again. Get some power in. No, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Get some brakes in. Troubleshooting. Independent brakes are released as well. What is bail off? I guess that's not a good thing. The cut-in valve. Where is that? Where is that? Traction blocked, it says. Was there that step that I missed? Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I have not done that. I remember that from the tutorial. I'm not sure where it is. This one? Brake mode? Ah. What is that for? There it is. The brakes are releasing now. Good catch, Scotsman. Pro. Good teamwork, guys. We have power. Yahoo! Should we restart this? I'm not sure. Oh, that's okay. Woohoo! Yes, we nailed it. I did it. And with that, my Twitch chat disappeared. So I'm not sure what you guys are saying now. 1 second. Sorry. Oh, 1 second. Let me open a new window here. Badumts. 1 second, huh? We need some contingency plans. Quick party time. What? Stop! I see it. Okay. Let me overwrite that one. Oh, we're speeding. Okay. Maybe it's best we restart this, huh? No, that's okay. Charge it to experience. Ooh, dang it. Okay, I'm back. For now. Slow down a little. I still don't know when I would use this combined power handle for the brakes. Maybe that's the dynamic brakes, huh? Good. Stop. I like how interactive these screens are. Once you get familiar enough with that, you might not even need the overlay anymore. But I'm late now, exactly. Yeah, late and over speeding. Ah, so that's the dynamic brakes indeed. Okay, good. Makes sense. Look at all that smoke coming out of that train. Very nice sounds. I love the lighting. Beautiful morning. Nope. Yeah. Not a fan of that disappearing thing. Okay. Let's see. Still 10 miles here? Okay. Maybe let's get a bit of... Let's see how the dynamic brakes are working. Oh no, no need anymore because the speed limit changed. Okay. It also says here maximum authorized speed is 30. Not really. I wonder why that says like that. It's because it's currently 15, I think. 0.5% grade down, so we are accelerating bit by bit. Do I have the windows open already? Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. Now it's 30. Okay. Nice. Yeah, there are a few inconsistencies there, right? Which I guess is based on design. I just don't understand how all that works yet. Late before you start, this is a good beginning to the service. I know, right? Yeah. Go heck with the passengers. You just want to drive. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point, Scotsman. Remember to set the cut-in valve on before leaving. I guess that's some kind of safety mechanism, huh? Kind of safety feature. Another layer of safety. World vehicles look realistic. That's a very good observation. Yeah, they look quite nice, especially from this view. Not too shabby. I like it. Alright, here we go. Start applying those brakes. How many minutes late? 7 minutes late? That's not a problem. It's normal, isn't it? Not really. Only vans you are seeing. Yeah, there were a lot of pickups, huh? But yeah, there were a couple of cars here and there. Not much though. Not a lot. Oh, that's okay. Good enough. Alright. Look at all these passengers waiting for us. I guess that happens when you're 7 minutes late. My bad. Look at all of them coming in. They're so angry, they're shaking. Yeah, still some improvements needed with the passenger routing. But I really like what they've done. Look at the clothes, right? So many different varieties. Very nice. It's definitely a step towards the right direction. 3 streams a week. We will see. I'm not sure if I can handle it. Might be too much for my workload, but we will see. If I can, we will. An inmate, yeah, the one in orange, right? This guy. Okay, time's up. Very nice sounds. I like it. Good. Alright. So 10 miles away is the next stop. That means we are good to go. Maybe it's time to finally get some speed in. We will see. So clueless they don't want to despawn. They want to ride on the train, that's what. Oh my goodness, it's dark. Here we go. Really feels like you're in a amusement park ride. Going to Penn Station. Not sure where we're going, guys. You have to help me out here. We started from Boston South, I think. Going to Providence, is it? There we go. Thank you. Hey, Henry. Sorry I couldn't greet you because I couldn't read your name. The color was blending with the black background from Twitch. I thought there was a feature to prevent that from happening. I have to double check my Twitch settings. 60, that's looking good. Isle of Wight. House of Clumsy Horror. Yeah, I'm half expecting to see like a mummy come out of nowhere. Really feels like it. Bloke in orange fighting with others to get out. To get in, maybe. Isn't it to get in? There's 120. Okay, good. I guess we can go ahead and speed up now, right? Maybe I'm being a bit too conservative here. Is it normal to go full throttle in trains? Yeah, let it rip. Let's go. There we go. Throttles in maximum. Did you guys see that? They actually, I'm not sure if that's new, but I like that. They actually have animations of passengers climbing, going upstairs. So it's not just like a normal walking animation. They really look like they're climbing. It's very nice. You can go max throttle. Hey Jay! Perfect timing. Finally getting some speed in here. How are you? Speedy small train. Would you classify this as small? We live our lives full throttle. Sounds like a Fast and Furious quote. Only thing missing there is family, I guess. Passengers and stairs is new. Okay, that's good. That's good. You will spot it later. 300-mile-per-hour trains. I know, right? Oh, it's starting to build up now. It is starting to build up. You can hear it from the train as well. Very nice. Good morning. 1/4 of a mile at a time. Yes, exactly. Fast and Furious hype. TGV. Is TGV... You told me that, right? That's released already for Train Sim World 2. I should have that already, I think. What do you call that route? I'll go and check it out. Start slowing down here. Well, not really slowing down, but pulling back on the throttle. So we are reaching stop speeds soon enough. Very nice. 1% grade, wow. TGV is the French route. TG, was it? What were we discussing last time? Which one is ICE? Which country is that? I think I remember TGV from Transport Fever days. Oh, it's even, what do you call that thing? Leaning? The route has kind of leaning in there. It helps with the turn, I guess, right? So you can turn without having to slow down. That looks so good. I'll take another screenshot, guys. It will look weird, okay? Bear with me. Banking. Bear with me there. Screen will disappear for a bit. Super elevation. Okay, it's back. Good. ICE is Germany. Okay, thanks. Matt said it was new in his last stream. I think I read that. Yeah. Marseille Aveyron. I guess I read that and nailed that pronunciation perfectly. Okay, supply a bit of power. Can get closer here. Not bad at all. Scenery looks great. I see less pop-ins on the trees. That's one thing I noticed in the older contents. The trees pop up. The pop-in on the trees is quite significant because of the LODs. You know, when the trees are far, they look something else, and when the tree gets near, kind of transforms into something completely looking different and kind of breaks immersion. Here, it's not as apparent. I like that. Banking can't. Banking can't? Thank you. It's ICE, not ice. Ah. So it's like MAN, not man. Some people would disagree. Yeah. All these intricacies, huh? Yeah, that sounds good. If you close the windows... Oh, that actually still sounds nice. Really feels like you're inside the train. I like that. I'm not sure which one do you guys like better. Windows open or closed? I like them both actually. They're quite different. 1 second. Oh crap. Guys, I might have messed this up because the stop is coming in 600 yards and I'm still 100 miles per hour here. Bye! Nailed it. See you guys. Let's max that out. Oh my goodness. Is it okay to apply emergency brakes here? There. I guess that was an emergency, huh? The feel of braking. Yeah, true. What did you sign up for, eh, wise man? Dang it, can we even reverse? Let's see if we can do that. Alright. Okay, so can we just let go of the brakes and it will allow us to move backward? Let's let that build up, whatever is building up in there. What is EQ? Let's set the reverser to going back like so. And is that okay already, or do I have to do something? 0.8 miles. Okay, that's good. There's a red aspect. Don't see it, but yeah, I just have to stop right on the platform. I can't shoot past it. There we go. Nothing happened, guys. Nothing happened. Bye, guys. When do you usually stop? What's a good if you're traveling at 120 miles? Oh, that's beautiful. That guy was probably wondering, what the heck is that guy doing? First timers. So when do you usually stop? You're traveling 120 miles per hour. When do you usually start slowing down? Maybe 2 miles, 3 miles from destination? It's a nice ballpark figure. Before 3 miles, thank you. We'll try that in the next stop. This is why I didn't want to reset even if we're late, because I'm sure there will be plenty more things happening going wrong. Yeah. Okay, this is the next thing that could go wrong if I go beyond the platform and get past that thing. Get past the red aspect. It might actually end the journey, right? I don't think you're ever allowed to go past it. Let's see. Will not ride the train anymore. We call this an alternating current. Isn't that how it works? Too much electricity conversations. A while ago we were in a direct current. 1 second. Should be fine. Thanks. Stop. 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 That's good enough. I'll take it. Good. Open, guys. There they are. They must have been wondering what happened to their train. Control room is now in mid-panic. Minus 30. That's very true. That's very true. What were you saying, guys, a while ago? You wanted windows closed? Okay, let's try windows closed. Let me know if you like that. And then I would need to change that reverser. Doesn't change on me. Don't think the controls work for this one. Okay, let's do that manually. Oh, I can't do it. Why not? 1 second. Why not? I'm not on idle. Okay, there you go. It's nice. There's a lock there. Okay. Moving forward again. We're just 5 minutes late. Look at that. We're 5 minutes late. Not too bad. Let it rip. Okay, thank you. We'll try that out. I'll be a bit more aggressive with the throttle, both when moving and stopping. Alright, there you go. Next stop is in 30 miles. Wow, okay. Then time to really let go. Let's see. Release the brakes. No, not release. Not apply. Release the brakes. And go. Maybe 30% initially. And then we'll step it up as we pick up some speed, so that we don't make the wheels slip. On the right side, you can disable the AP and move the signal stuff one line up. What is the AP? On the right side. Sorry, didn't get it, Jay. Sorry. You'll need to make it a bit more basic for me. I still don't know the terms. How have you been, wise man? You came at the right time. Welcome to Clumsy Lines, everyone. Trains are so good, they stop at the next stop. Exactly. Oh, wait, 1 second. 1 second. I have a red aspect coming up. Ah, the points. I see. You can move the signal stuff one line up. Ah, okay. I see. APS action points. I'm not sure if we can continue with this route, guys, because it's red. I'm not sure if it will go green, but we'll try. How do I do that? What hotkey will that be so you guys see something? Let's figure it out. Control, it should be control number something. That's the next signal. There. No, that's not the one. It's not the one. There, okay. Control 6. Thank you. So at least you guys can see something, right? There you go. Oh crap, forgot to stop. Emergency brake again. Went past it. So when you stop there, do you expect that it goes fine at some point? Hopefully there's a checkpoint. Hey Damien, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Sorry you had to watch that. Okay, there we go. We started on the next one, but there's a red signal in front. We'll see if it works. Alright, I think we can start moving already, right? Release the brakes. I have windows closed so we can hear that, how that works. And let's go. No, didn't crash, but I went beyond a red signal. Use tab and ask to control. Ah, I see. Interesting. Was checking out this route yourself. Now you need to sleep. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. Catch you next time. Doing good, Damien. Thank you. You left the passengers behind. Did I? No, it told me to move already. The next train will take care of them. I think it will be for the best. I think it's for the best if no one rides with me, to be honest. I know, right? Me running the red light. When does that happen? Alright, let's see. Yeah, we have a red light coming up, so maybe it's best we stop here. When you pass a signal and you reverse, you can't pass it anymore. The service scenario is broken. Oh crap. Okay, so we have to repeat this. I see. It will deny. I see. Okay, let's try it anyway. Then if it fails, then we restart. At least we know what we need to do now. The, what do you call it? The cut-in valve. Don't forget it. The brake mode. Okay, that's where I didn't stop. Let's stop this time. So it doesn't support drivers like me? Oh, that's bad. It's discrimination. 1 second. What do you mean you can't go reverse? That window down, still slow. When we speed up, we'll raise that up again. Track IR works now, yes, indeed. It's very nice. Still a few hiccups with the track IR profile. Kind of resets, but hopefully they get that settled soon. Okay, so how do you do that? Press tab, you mentioned. And we can say contact signaler. Is that the one? Denied. Okay, yeah. It's a Scotsman mentioned. Okay, good. Then let's just restart it. And let's do this the right way. That might mean we won't get to finish the route, but we'll get to see what we can with the time we have. We'll see. Alright, let's do this the right way, guys. Let us do this the right way. So first things first. Oh, the bell's open. The bell started on its own. Interesting. When you toot the horn, it seems like it opens as well. Oh, signal thing better than you. Yes. Thanks, Chi. I better not. I better not. That's, I think, the last thing we do. So the MCB, what is that? Master Circuit Board? I don't know. Just inventing stuff here. Pantograph is already up. Reverser, let's put the handle in. No one will be stealing it at the moment. And then let's put that to forward. Let's go ahead and set the brake handle. You know what? This one first. Brake mode. There we go. And make sure that the lights are on to bright and the ditch lights are on as well. There we go. Okay, that looks good. The only thing left would be the automatic brakes, I think. Lock doors. Did I press it already? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Alright, so release the brakes. Release the brakes. Good. Do we have everything set? Yes, we do. Look at that. Like a boss. Awesome stuff. Second time's the charm. Master circuit breaker indeed. Okay, I see. That's why you turn it off or on. Makes sense. That's why when you turn it open, you turn it on, everything closes. Don't go beyond the speed limit, which is 10 miles it looks like. Can I turn off the bells now? Calvin might like that too much. Is Calvin still here? Sorry, I didn't get to say goodbye. Have a good night, Dal. Glad you made it to the stream. Thank you for the inputs. Didn't know you were a train fan too. It's amazing. Wake up early tomorrow for a double differential equations class. Okay, ooh, that went by me fast. Good luck, man. Good luck. Catch you soon. Awesome stuff. Welcome back, Rohan. Were you in GTA 4 land? See you. Race that train. I want to. Maybe we can speed up a little. Get closer to 10 miles. Oh, I can't beat that. That's a single train. Oh no, is it? Or is that just the back of it? Maybe that's just the back. Okay, let's speed up here a little. Get closer to 10 miles. I like that sound. Let's open the window. Hear more of that goodness. Alright. Move to idle here. Slow things down a bit. We might start speeding up here. Yeah, this overlay is really helpful, huh? Showing you how much of the grade is in front. Learn interesting stuff at the hospital are fascinated by my stream. Please say thanks to them, and yes, please do. Let's get some rest, man. Speedy recovery. All the best, Chi. Appreciate the company as always. Glad you made it, but yes, I think that's a good advice from the nurses. See you soon. Slow down. Let me see how effective these brakes are. If I use these brakes, like these dynamic brakes, will I get to slow down as well? I kind of am, and it feels actually more natural, more not natural, more gradient, not so much stiff. Might try and use that more for these subtle changes. We'll see. Alright, let's stick to idle here. Just coast along. We'll speed up on its own. "3:30 a.m. Goodness. Yeah, need to sleep. Need to sleep. Catch you next time, man. Hey, Darth. Yes, normally it's a separate DLC for each type of route. And I think each of those routes normally have different trains as well, depending on the route. There might be some overlaps though, but it's generally the route that you're buying. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yes, definitely more Train Sim World at some point, Scotsman. I hope to have something next week as well. I can't commit to it yet, but that's the plan so far. Because it looks like we are enjoying it, right? I hope. We'll see. I sure am. I surely am. So let's hope we can have more of this. Slow down a bit. Hype! Yes, new DLC. Huge thanks to Dovetail Games for giving me a copy of this in the first place, and for allowing me to stream it a bit earlier. Because this will be releasing, I think, when? In a matter of hours, I guess. Because they said the release is on the 19th. For everybody, I think it will be the same time, which means a different time if you're in different time zones. But it will be on the 19th, but they haven't really shared the exact time yet. So we'll see. Can't wait for the long route. Oi. Go already. Stop. Thank you. Unlock the doors on the right. Let's go here. Check out the passengers. Let's see if the inmate is still here. Oh, he's gone. Oh, look at that. We're on time, guys. We're actually a bit early. Nice. Well, you look at that. New content is generally in the afternoon. Which time zone would that be? Eastern or US time probably, huh? Inmate escaped. He hasn't escaped yet. He arrived early today. EST. Okay, good. That would be morning for me. Morning Saturday. No, morning Friday, I think. We'll see how it works. But yes, when you guys get your hand on it, let me know. And let me know how it goes. Lock the doors. You should see that here. Doors closed indeed, but not sure if that said like that even in the beginning. Alright. Let's get some power in here. 30% initially maybe. You know way too much. Kind of fits with the name, right? 10 miles, 100 miles per hour. It's good. Since 2010, the train simulator. Not even the train sim world. Yeah, that's more for the hardcore guys. Looks like Metro Exodus in the tunnel. Oh, does it? There we go. That's what we like. A bit downhill and higher speed limits. I'll take that, thank you. What is that? Maybe 60 miles, right? Maybe by the time we get there, it will go up to 120 actually. Good morning. Here we go again. There it is, 120 now. Now we can let it grow. Max it out. Let's close the window. And let's remove the overlay. Get some super immersive vibes from this. 320 kilometers for TGV. My goodness. Like the sound of that. Yeah, this would be the goal, that I can drive this train without needing any overlays at all. Because you can see the speed from here. You can read in front the signals. I think you have some guidance in here as well, right? So ideally, you won't need that overlay. Maybe except for the where you're going, where you're stopping, supposedly. Looking good. Hey, thanks for the host, G. Have a good night, man. Catch you soon. Unleash the Kraken. Kraken is unleashed. When you tilt it in tilts like that, you get worried. It's called banking. Is that right, guys? Did I get it right this time? Let me see if I missed any messages. The chat is smaller because of this contingency, but at least I can still see it. The text is smaller, I have to squint a little. Ooh, look at how fast we are going. Beautiful. Move to idle here. Maybe just apply a bit of power. All drifting for you. When the train goes like that. Boom, I'll just start slowing down. I think I'll start at 3 just to be on the safe side. And how much percentage would you guys use for the braking? How much braking is good for beginning? Like maybe 30%? 50. 360. Goodness. Man. Is the game engine able to keep up with that? I mean, you're not stuttering or something? I guess they should have what do you say, accommodated for that already, huh? The sound has issues when it gets too fast, I see. Throwing your numbers at me. That sounds good. I think we can start with that. And then we'll see if the wheels slip or something. What happens when you apply too much brakes too fast? Do the wheels slip, or is just that maybe not healthy for the brakes? I'm not sure how it goes with the train. Look at that, 10 miles goes by so fast. We're down to 3 miles now. I should start slowing down. Start slowing now. Thank you. Let's get to 30% maybe. 50%, like so. The troll is back. Rizlag, the troll. 23 miles at 1% brake. Okay, I'm at 50%. Use your feelings. Use the force, Luke. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's just that I don't have those feelings yet. I still have to develop them. And the only way you develop them is by making these mistakes, right? So, which sound do you guys like better? Windows open or windows closed? You can put more brakes if you want. Oh, cool. Wheel slip once occurs when it's raining or snowing, or even when you have heavy train. Ah, I see. When you're 1 mile out, you should be in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. Okay. I think I can afford to not slow down as fast here. I think I might be too slow. Okay, let's start slowing down. Maybe 30%. Let's see if that works. Only on rainy or snowy weather. Ah, that's good to hear. Okay. So that I don't have to be too shy about the brakes then. Good. It's okay to stop before the signal. Way before it. When it's like a red signal in front of you, you don't have to stop right next to it. Okay. Good to know. That's easier. I think we're going so slow here though. Maybe let's coast along a bit. How would you guys classify this? Too slow? Does seem like it. Going 30 miles after this, so 150 on overdrive after this stop. Oh, 30 miles is the next stop. Nice. Not sure if you can reach 150. I think this can only reach 125. This ACS, you call it 64? Yeah. My goodness, this is taking so long. We might have slowed down a bit too much. Hey, Storm. Welcome back, man. Slow down, avoid collision. That's a good plan. Can't promise that. Look at that, guys. It looks like we're early. Well, still quite a ways to go before we stop. But looks like we're early, so no need to rush. Might be arriving there just in time. Man, this yards and miles thing is so confusing. Oh, how many? 1,000 yards is what, 0.6 miles? Something like that? My goodness. Can put a bit more throttle. Alright, that's true. Don't need to coast all the way. Yeah. It's just that I'm not sure if we're too slow or not anymore. So I think I'll keep it here for now. We'll get there eventually. Or the other way around, Imperial, right? You change the settings. Oh, okay, you can change the settings. That might make more sense. Although this is more accurate in reality, I guess, being in the US. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, getting there. It does. Does have a nice horn. Not Mexican though. Blow the ears off the passengers. Oh, sorry. I always get confused there. Good. I think mine is set to change automatically. Does that mean it depends on where you are? I think that's what I have mine set to. I think so. Let's double check. It should be here. I think I saw it. Was it HUD? No. I think it's in the options, settings. Measurement units, that's the one. Automatic. Yes. So I guess that depends where you are. What is that? Business class. I don't get this so much. From what I've seen, I guess it depends on the route, on the country, on the place. But from what I've seen, the first class, the business class, and the coach class, you know, these different classes, it's not as significant a difference versus like the first class in airplanes, right? That's often what I see. When we were in Europe last time and we were researching about these things, most of the time it was recommended just take the coach class, the cheapest one. It's almost the same thing except for maybe an extra tray or something. Maybe it's different here, but can't see it from this angle. Wait until 6:31. Oh, look at that. Too early. Like a boss. In India, there's a lot of difference. Ah, I see. So it really varies, huh? I see. Yeah. Cool. Wow. Kind of a pain, huh? When you drive so efficiently, you have to wait. Let's have a look at the passengers. They're like walking normally here. I think it's when they're climbing up that you actually see that this guy. Oh, this doesn't play. You know, this should be a different animation already. It shouldn't be the normal walking. Maybe it's not set up in this particular station. Yeah, because we've seen that happen already in some stations. Does this say? This guy's going to operated by Amtrak, going to Providence. Look at that. On time. A while ago, this was saying on reverse, I think. Or reversing. On the way back. You know, right? How do you get inside here? Oh, there you go. You can actually go inside, yeah. Who was asking about it a while ago? Was it Cellabones? I went to the right place. This is the food car. Looks like. Nailed it. How do you get back though? 1 second, how do you get back? Oh, from here. Okay, good. Coffee! Oh yes, coffee please. Oh my goodness, I need it. Oh, cool. You have to explore this more. Can you open that one? The water closet. Oh, we're in the US. The restroom. What I find interesting, and it's a bit, I found it surprising when I first rode the train, that the bags just go wherever they go. I mean, yes, there is this kind of compartment here, right? But oftentimes that would get full and you have to get creative. And oftentimes you just look a place which is stable enough that it doesn't throw away your luggage all over the place and you should be good. Because I was more used to like on planes, right? When everything has a separate compartment. You can't just leave things on the side. I was surprised that with trains it's a lot more casual. It's quite nice. Quite liberating. It doesn't have to be so rigid. Food car. It's called pantry. Oh, potato. Go under your seat or above on the rack. I think ideally, yes. I've seen a lot of instances though. The bags go wherever they go. Maybe technically that's not right, but in reality it happens. What's surprising is where the toilets emptied on older trains? What do I want to know this? Oh, how did you know this, Syllables? 30 miles on the next leg. You know this route pretty well in real life. 10 more minutes. Oh my goodness, yeah. Time flies, huh? When you're having fun like this. Awesome. But yes, great to see. Great to have you guys as company. I surely enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys did as well. And if you do like it like this, then I'll do more streams. I'm not sure if we can do one on next Thursday as well. We'll see. But I'm hoping we can. And if you guys want a different route, some suggestions, just let me know in Discord and we'll plan it out. Okay. At least finish the run. Yeah, not sure we can do that though. Depends. Yeah, we'll need 20 minutes just for this one. Is this the last track already? 1 second, let's speed up here. Maybe we can, huh? 1 second. Finish the route, more speed. Zoom out. Is that where we're going? Oh, that's it already. Okay. That's tempting. What was that sound? Oh, that's the acknowledged one. Okay. Not a bad sound. Good, good, good. Maybe we can do that. Let's see. Let's see. More trains or not. Might get a one-sided answer there. Man, that sounds good. I kind of like the windows closed. I like the sound it makes when you have that like interior cabin effect. Vote for the poll. Maximum is 125 miles per hour. Thanks, Thorn. I'll try to remember. Man. Let's close that. Get the perfect immersion. We can zoom in a bit. Maybe like so. Look around using track IR, why not? Man, trains are amazing. Speedometer says otherwise. And it says 125. But we'll see if we can push it. Double checking that we don't have any stops I missed. 25 miles, looks good. What do you guys see of that cab signal aspect? Is that the one that's coming up or is that the one we passed? 125. There you go. Let's get a bit of power to maintain that speed a bit more. I actually like this view better. I don't like so much the zoomed in one. I don't know why. I kind of like seeing the landscape pass on the right side on the periphery. It's nice. What safety systems? Maybe next time we can try out the ATC and the Axis. That would be a nice immersion factor. 2-stroke DD pre-ordered. Is that the one on the Mac R, Alex, or is that a different one? 8V92 was it? Oh my goodness. And that's going to scream. I think it's 4 pounds, right? Should be good. I think it was 6V92 on the Mac R. 2-stroke straight pipe DD. You are required to horn it out. When would you start with the horn? And is there a specific pattern? at least here in the US, like in level crossings, as Alex mentioned. That might be the first emote sound you buy. DD for the win. DD for the win. How are we doing? 117. Okay, looking good. Just monitoring the situation. Looks good. I would like to go to the passenger cars, but I am not sure how. If we're stable enough, like, can we leave this here? Probably not. AWS. Right. I think I heard that a couple of times. Slow it down a bit. There we go. Go beyond. (6V92), yeah, I think so. 6V, the 6, is that, does that stand for the cylinder? 6 cylinders or 8 cylinders, I guess. So is it a V8 maybe? Or is that coincidental? 20 miles to go. Okay, let's finish it, guys. Let's finish it. We have the momentum built up. Might as well finish. And we'll see if I can stop on time. Like, on time on the platform. We'll see. Yeah. In here, I think we have something similar, but we call it different, right? Alerter. Oh, look at the speed limit, guys. Increase to 150. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can push it even more. Or if there's a hard limit. Man, look how fast we are now. Beautiful seeing all these details. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a hard limit. Unless my engine blows suddenly. But at least now we're at 126. No, but there's hardly any power. There might be a speed limit, huh? I hardly have any. What is K pounds? Kilopounds? I don't know. Is that the amperes? The what kind of measurement is that? Yeah, we are on full throttle, but I think we are locked to 125. In even type straight. You're not using the external camera, you're watching your train fly by. I would, Slider, but I'm too nervous about leaving the controls and screwing something up. So I'm still a bit paranoid. But as I get more comfortable, I think I can spend more time in the external view. Oh goodness, yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, the motion blur I really like in this game. Especially in this instance, it looks very cinematic. Look at that without any overlay, right? Very nice. External camera. I'm using it already. Okay, good. Wasn't there a way to like jump to the back view? Or is that not possible with the external camera? So I think I triggered that once, but I can't do it again. It might be a different mode, huh? Press 3 again. Yeah, maybe not on the controller. If I press 3... Ah, there you go. I can use the keyboard for it at these things. Great. Wow, that sounds very different. Must be all the fast moving of the things here. Of the stuff and things. Look how fast we're going here. 12 miles to go. My goodness, yeah, because on the controller, if you press the right thumbstick, you go to external view. If you press it again, you go back. So the only way to go to the back view is to press 3. Good tip, thank you. Yeah, there's a hard limit for this loco, I think. Maybe for safety. I'm not sure if that's in real life the way or they set it up here in the sim though. But I did read that from the manual that Scotsman linked. That this specific loco, this specific train AC S64, I keep forgetting. Only it goes up to 125. And then the other train, I think you guys mentioned it a while ago, can go up to 150. Speed control set to 125. Where is that? Is there somewhere we can remove it from? Set to passenger freight. Right? Ah, so that's the one limiting. So what setting should we have it in order to allow it to go to 150? Ah, that's pretty cool. So that's what it's for. We had some trouble with that. I think Jay wasn't here yet that time. We were like spending 5 minutes not moving. Oh, crap. When did that change happen? Well, apparently we can't go any faster because suddenly I'm speeding here. That came by so fast. Interesting. Really creeps up on you, huh? And then it goes up to 125 again. I don't get these speed limits. Oh, I might have hidden it. I might have hidden it when I was fiddling around with the settings a while ago. Dang it, maybe that's why I don't see it. Yeah, this one. Ah, there you go. That's why I didn't see. Control 4 cycles through those different overlays. I definitely need that. Do you guys see it in your screen? Am I hiding it? You can kind of see it, right? Okay. You have to be 60 miles actually. You have to start slowing down. Interesting. Need 150. Cannot anymore, unfortunately. We're way beyond the speed limit now. Good. IR fits this so well. It adds so much when you can look around so naturally. It was putting me off a bit initially when I was using the controller like this. It's not bad, right? It's just when you're used to track IR, it feels very different. Right, looking good. Slow down. Slow down a bit more to 60. We have 1,000 yards to go. We should be able to make it, I think. Yes, should be fine. There you go. Looking good. Yeah, these gradual slowdowns are better for me. Instead of allowing me to go full blast 150 miles and then stopping at a platform. That's going to be tricky. Looking good. There we go. There's the 60. And it should go up to 70 again. That's true. The physics is where it's at for sure. Slam it in reverse. Getting closer and closer. Looks like we have a yellow signal up ahead. Approach medium. Okay. Let's see if I missed any messages. Thanks, Storm. Yeah, Storm is giving us additional guidance. We can go to 70. No, it's going down to 60 again. That's very interesting. Why do you think that happens, guys? Goes from 60 to 70. So right now it's 70, and then 300 yards from now it's back to 60. Why would you even go to 70 for that short leg, at least from the speed limit point of view? It sounds very impractical. A turn maybe. Could be. Yeah, so it's yeah, like this one. 70 again. Interesting. Can speed up a little here. The next one, we're actually slowing down 2 miles from now. Can make that work. No, actually 2 miles from now. Okay, I think that's perfect because we need to slow down. What did Jay say? 60 until 1 mile. Okay, that's a good indication. I think that's going to be perfect. Nice. Can coast along here. If I can manage, yes, but I'm not sure I can handle 3 streams a week every time. But I'll try and announce when I can. So this would be Thursday for me, Wednesday for US folks. Okay, let's start slowing down here. So we can start learning more about these intricacies. So many things to learn. Beautiful. Right, that's right, Slider. I think it's Wednesday for you. In Cab 6 says you need to be doing 30. Yeah, right. I'm not yet sure how all that works. Goes to 45, goes to 30. Yeah. That only is relevant when we have the ATC and access turned on. So I don't really need to follow it right now. But yes, when we have it on, I have to follow it. Otherwise, it will apply emergency brakes, I think. Quite interesting how that mechanics works, but I'll have to study that first. So probably next time I'll try to stream again next week. This one. Okay, let's start slowing down. Next week maybe we can get more into that system. Because I do want to get into the deeper side of things. Understand more about these details. We have 30 coming up. We have 30 coming up. Yeah, that 1 mile, 60 miles by 1 mile sounds good. Looks perfect. Looking good there. Okay, let's keep it at 30. They had ATC with steam locomotives too. Wow. What was that built for? The ATC. Seems like an additional safety requirement. that if you're not following the speed limits, you get that penalty. So you get to you stop fully, like what I'm doing. There you go. Tomorrow will probably be ATS, not so sure, because I'm craving to try out more Bart's trailer. I haven't checked many of the, how do you say, many of the cargoes yet in Bart's step deck. ATC for emergency override stopping when passing a signal. Ah, I see, okay. Thank you. Yes, that still sounds similar to what I've read so far. That's good. Horn always. When do you start the horn? How far away from the platform? Stop. Oop, shot past it. 20 meters. The passengers actually move away when you toot the horn. There you go. Better late than never. Looks like they're happy. Kinda-ish. Are we early? We will see. I think we are. It's saying 6:57, right? And we're here 6:54. I'll take it. Why is someone riding? Oi, we're done, aren't we? And what's the horn pattern like? What should it be like? Long press, short press, combination. And does the bell like this just keep on? You just keep the bell on like this as you're in the platform? Long press. That one? Is that good enough? So I do that 20 meters before the platform. The bell automatically turns on when you use the horn for some reason. Well, I think that's what you guys told me as well. You would have the bell on when you're doing this. Very nice. We can just hang out here actually, right? Sit beside these guys. Just go people watching. Lock the doors. Okay, let's close the doors. There we are. There we go. Ah, we finished. Nice. Oh, look at that. Gold medal. I'll take it. Not too shabby. Look at the speeds. Not too shabby. We went past here though. When I hit that speed limit, forgot to show it again. I'll take it. Cool. Cool stuff, guys. Amazing. Okay, so let's go into more details next time. But for now, that's going to be it. Thank you for joining me on this stream. More Train Sim World hopefully in the future. We'll see. Catch you guys next time.
Bye, have a great time.
Thanks, bye, and have a great time. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the company, appreciate the inputs. Definitely have a lot of learning to do. Oh, London Underground.
Bro.
Great Western Express. Sounds good. We'll see. Or we can go more deep. We can go deeper into this. Well, let's talk about it in Discord. And let's see what we like to get into. Okay? Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you guys tomorrow for some trucking. Thanks and bye. No outro, okay? Not yet. See you soon.